Hello guys, this is Nikki, also known as Faces Trader, Ho Zaki, Ho Ami, Guakyo to Nikki, Ho Guohat Hong Kong, Hokkien Uela. Maybe you haven't heard, maybe you didn't know that I'm Chinese, so I don't know how to speak Mandarin, but I do know how to speak Hokkien. So anyway, today is July 9, Chit Get Kao Ho. So we're gonna discuss some global market updates. Don't worry, I'll speak mostly in English. So for my listeners, let's discuss the US markets. July 9, 2020. We have a lot of news. So I'm going to show to you some news that are important to discuss. You've got work. Okay, so grabe. So people are saying grabe, nagwawala ang Hong Kong stock market. You could see that Yeka, BYD company, that is, actually Tencent is 550, 559 already. Razer is 161. Good job. Yeah, it's true. China is very brisk. China is hot, but US is so hot as well. In my investing, so I'm gonna show to you a few things. Take you to the news. Take you to charts as well. So Slack actually last night for your remote work had an acquisition. Let's read that for those who aren't aware. It was up 8% yesterday. Slack acquired business directory provider Rimeto for an undisclosed sum. Yesterday, we also saw Sunrun in just 2 days go from about $20 to $28. And because Sunrun, of course, is your largest residential installer of solar panels, it would help microinverter stocks like Enphase Energy. Enphase Energy was yesterday up to $54, negating all the bears who called them a fraud. Remember when a few weeks ago when Enphase was called a fraud? Anyway, let's read this news. Slack acquires business directory provider Rimeto for undisclosed sum. And instant messaging platform Slack has said that it has acquired Rimeto. It is a provider of business directory services for an undisclosed sum. Offers an enterprise-wide searchable directory, automatically integrating information from across your company to deliver rich profiles for every employee, their skills, experience, and current projects. So it sounds a little bit like a LinkedIn, isn't it? Slack said in a statement that Slack is not updating their guidance. So, I think this is a great thing. Remember, Microsoft acquired LinkedIn. Now Slack, which is a Microsoft competitor, is doing its best to be an enterprise software, a complete package. So I think this is something that the market loved. That's why it was an automatic strength for our work. For those who know Slack technologies, we do like it. We do mention Slack all the time. We are using Slack in our workspace. And I think like more and more people would use Slack the moment that they tried it. So there's a lot of third-party app integrations. The growth for remote work is here to stay, and remote work from home or anywhere else, even the office, would really use work a lot. So ticker work, you've got that final move after consolidating for a while. A lot of arrows from our side wanting to buy 31 and 30 and 28, never reached 28, and now it's 34. So very good move. We see it going to about 37 or 40. Hold on to it. So of course, yesterday run continued to run. That was the second day move. Imagine from 20 now it's 28. Yes, that's a 40% move. But I do think that it's not gonna slow down anytime soon because Sunrun has partnered, of course, with Vivint Solar. It was a $3 billion acquisition, allowing them to save money of about $90 million. They already have 500,000 clients in America. And I think that the trend for solar power is just going to continue growing. In terms of the electric community, I'd like to share to you that we are, take a look at this name, Geely Auto. Of course, Geely Auto is moving at 17, rose to about 1260. For those who are not Chinese listeners here, actually, I mispronounced it. Sorry, it's not Geely. It should be Geely. Geely. So Geely Auto is, of course, this is a Chinese company that married a Swedish company, which is Volvo. They have a child called Lynk & Co. Lynk & Co has been growing 50% of their automotive sales in the last month. And in fact, Geely Auto actually already sold 500 plus thousand units this year in the first 6 months. Now, if you remember, Tesla sold 90,000 cars in China this quarter, but Geely actually got 110,000 in a month. So this is a huge company. It's just 1/10 the size of Tesla. You might want to check out Geely. In terms of your electric cars, there's a lot. Like some names that I didn't really study have been rising up. You could see that Solo went up strong from 1 to 550 to 6. You are seeing that the market is heavily in love when it comes to electric, whether it be, this is already so wild. The market went for Neo, which used to have actually bankruptcy problems. Without a Tencent backing them up, this would have gone to zero. We would have seen a Chapter 11 filing for Neo, but no, Tencent came in, saved the company from the brink of extinction, and now it's like super strong, 14, 15. That was from about $1, now it's about 15. Yes, this is an all-time high. I wouldn't suggest anyone to buy without knowing what company they're involved in, but this is just me saying to you that, well, if the electric moves is doing like that, you should hold your winners. In which case, of course, Ballard is a winner on our end. Take a look, Ballard, we're still holding on. There's no reason to sell just because you're up significantly. For all you know, it goes $30 or $40. So just hold. Let's take a look. Of course, your Chinese electric company, BYD, is still also strong. Even if you've bought it at 40, 50, or 60, very strong. Sea Monster right now is already 125, Sea Limited. Whether you've bought it at 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, or 80, you're up a lot. This is all-time highs. We are seeing that the market continuously rampage up. We have rampage of the bulls. Ever since, last week we got... Last week, since Monday, we've already been seeing the electrifying market move. And it's been continuing with a lot of IPOs doing so well. In terms of IPO, a friend told me about this, Shift for Payments. It reminded me actually of a little bit of a Square. So Square SQ is, of course, your Jack Dorsey, Shift for Payments. You can actually check the IPO out. It IPO'd at $23, and Shift for Payments, just for understanding. Okay, so it's a point of sale. Basically, payments connected. Their partners are a lot. Oracle, Focus, Posera, Squirrel. You can also see that they have a lot of partners in the restaurant space. They handle payments connected, commerce transformed. These are some of their restaurant brands. Auntie Anne's, Arby's, Baja Fresh, Bojangles, Bonefish Grill, KFC, Popeyes, Dennis, Outback, Wendy's, Smoothie King, Fat Burger. So, they have a lot of industries that they actually help out in. It's a $1.7 billion market cap. I'd say that Shift for Payments will continue to grow with a secular trend really on the cashless. So just for understanding, what does it do? Shift for Payments is the leading provider of integrated payment processing technology solutions. They're delivering a complete system of solutions extending beyond payments. They power up 350 software providers in numerous industries, including hospitality, retail, food and beverage, e-commerce, lodging, gaming, and many more. With more than 7,000 sales partners, the company has already secured more than 3.5 billion transactions annually for over 200,000 businesses in 2019. As of the week ending June 21, just a week ago, they mentioned that they already processed approximately 20 million payment transactions. That's up 164% since the March lows. Their end-to-end payment volume is also significantly higher since 2019, suggesting that the merchants have been really using their POS system. So Shift4 Cares indicated 43 states in US are now 10% or more above their transaction volume since May, significantly higher than the late March. Also, Pennsylvania is up 70%, New Jersey is up 62%, New York is up 67%, California 38%, Texas and Oklahoma. So you're seeing here a secular company that is really growing on your secular trend of fintech, digital payments. Four has rallied from about 23 IPO. Since it started, Kaboom went to 44, went down to 33, gave an entry in July. Now it's about 44. I would say that if you are trying to buy this, of course, I'm a bit late. I should have studied this when it got listed in about June. Nevertheless, some of the IPOs that I'm taking a look at is Snowflake and Robinhood. So you really have to make sure that when those companies list in the market, that you have your eyes on watch with them. Shift for Payments, what I'll do here is if they're given entry, then I will enter this. But I wouldn't be shy to take a position on this name given the secular trend. It's a $1.7 billion company in what I see is a $100 billion industry. So it is a company that would win even if there are several players. Of course, the other players in this in this in this place is you've got a lot of payment space for those who aren't aware. You just simply go to finviz.com. Of course, what you're reminded of is Square and Venmo, which is PayPal. So this is Square. It has been in existing since 2018. Your market cap for Square is already $60 billion. Of course, there is more traction with Square. You also have, what's this company in Brazil? Okay, the Square of Brazil is StoneCo. StoneCo is trading at about $11 billion. You also have PayPal. Of course, PayPal is bigger and a lot of partners already. PayPal is trading at about $200 billion. So as I said, four looks to be in the right segment at the right time, listing your IPO. Could you actually buy at 44.75 today? I'd say yes. So that just so if you would buy today at 44.75, it's just a market cap of 1.7. As you see, the industry is a $100 billion industry. Will it become $100? I'm not so sure, but I would say that the risk is more to the upside, not the downside. So at 44, even if it drops near 40 or 38 or 36, you want to continue holding on to this strong name. Now, in terms of strong names, I just wanted you to know the benefit of holding on to winners. KC actually started the IPO at 17. Am I right? It was at 17? Yeah, so at 17, now it's about 40. That's 3x, almost 3x. So just continue to hold. Even if I was late, I bought in at about 28 already for Kingsoft Cloud. Knowing that cloud computing is the future, it was very strong for me to just hold and have the conviction to hold my winners. So I need to tell everyone here that you lose more money selling winners when you have them. Your largest gains are by holding your winners and adding on to your winners. If there are any entries, you have to continue holding your winners. I'm also happy to tell you that in fact this one, the China Tinder app, which is Blued, jumped as much as 124% in its US trading debut. So, of course, I am aware of how strong Tinder is. This is the Tinder company, which is Match. This was, I think, like 5x since IPO. Take a look at all time, all years. This is Match Group, went from about 10. Okay, it's not even 5x, it's 10x. So I'm like a 10 to about 100 since about 2016. So I would say that this Chinese LGBTQ dating app might be something that I should be watching. China's LGBTQ is Blue City. It rose as much as 124%. This Beijing company has closed $23, selling IPO at $16. This is a company that actually, like last night, you've seen Alibaba. Let me share to you that. I have news that Alibaba went 8% up, and it's in our conglomerate space. Let me see. Let me show to you the news I have. There's a lot of good things happening in US. And everyone who's not trading in US, you are really missing out. So this is, I got this from Massa Capital from Twitter. He showed this, like of course, online shopping is doing so well. Digital shift is accelerating. So you could see the strength of online shopping has never fallen. 20+% growth despite Alibaba already big. This is the same also with Amazon. So we're talking about big behemoths growing 20% in the last 20 years and still growing 20%. That's compound 20%, 1.2 raised to the 20th. That is an amazing number. Okay, so these are 100x trends, 10x trends, and so you don't want to fade all these kinds of trends. Alibaba's revenue has grown from 50 billion to 73 billion in just about 2 years. You've got of course these companies. SoftBank owns it, and so Alibaba owns SoftBank. SoftBank owns Sprint, T-Mobile, ARM, SVF, and others. We are in agreement that actually SoftBank is one of the cheapest companies. I argued actually that SoftBank is I mean, if you're gonna ask me, I think that 9984 JP, which is SoftBank Group, should trade at about 10,000 to 20,000 yen. So this new high of about 5.8 and now at 6.3, I wouldn't stop here. If you don't have this, you should have it. And if you do have it, just hold on to it, guys. We're gonna have at least a 50% or 100% move here. Give it some time. This is a conglomerate that owns your ByteDance, TikTok. It owns a lot. Like you just go to the SoftBank in company profile, you'd understand why I'm so bullish about this company. Owns Grab, owns Fanatics owns Cabbage. I mean, everything that Masayoshi Son owns. Save for Airbnb, but Airbnb is gonna do well after about 2 years. So there's a lot of effort in these great companies. So you wanna hold on to it. Maybe you're asking me what's the ticker symbol for this blue. Let's go for the ticker symbol. It's under BLCT. It's the LGBT community. I wish they actually made it LGBT because we're talking about the gays and the lesbians, and this is their Tinder. So it listed at 16. I would say that for this, of course, there was a huge hype, moved about 36 and fell down to 23. Some people are taking profits here, but give it some time, maybe about a few days. And Blue City, in my view, is a good company to put in your IPO watch list. What else? There's so much news, I might forget them. Let's see if I okay, so yeah, there are people asking me, may catalyst ba yung Jumia? Okay, so JMI actually went 30% up yesterday. I've been getting a lot of flack for Jumia. I was bullish on Jumia for the year, honestly speaking. And so, of course, there were a lot of people who were saying that Jumia was a fraud. Definitely. And the allegations of fraud are to be taken seriously. I understand that. But right now, e-commerce and food delivery, you could see it in Jumia's Twitter app that they have been actually doing well. What do you expect Nigerians and Africans to use online? They will be using Jumia, whether they're buying their groceries or whatever. So essentially, e-commerce is a very strong trend. You don't want to be fighting trends. You are stupid when you're fighting secular trends. You lose money fighting secular trends. So you could see that Jumia is one of the most downloaded apps in Morocco, which is telling you that how could this be a fraud when it's being used by many people. Now you can see this. Jumia Pay is also a strong reason why you want it. Essentially, all of these shopping apps are getting the habit of following the Alibaba model, following the Amazon model, which is you have to have the Alipay, you have to have the Mercado Libre has the Mercado Pago. So they're smart enough to know that Jumia is actually owned by your ex-Rocket. These are German guys who they're not actually Africans. These guys are copycat clones, but they did it in a geography where Amazon isn't there, or actually Amazon has, but Jumia beats Amazon there. So take a look. So what I'm saying is this is just people betting on an underserved market. And I would say that when you're talking about online, we're not talking about just the Philippines or Indonesia. I mean, how long has it been that people forgotten about our third world country, the Philippines? Nakakabwisit naman kayo because we are still a country, okay? Just because you have Alibaba and Amazon doesn't mean that we don't deserve online shopping. And C Limited really saw that in us, saw the potential for Southeast Asia. And take a look, C Limited went from about 10 to 125. That's really basically shopping, consumption online, games online. Indonesia, of course, is a very, very strong catalyst for C Limited. We have been seeing people playing League of Legends, outpouring. So for those who don't know, League of Legends is being distributed by Garena, which is of course owned by C Limited. Whether you're playing Dota, C Limited is a company that you love and hold and marry. What happened to your 700? Tencent is now trading at 560. My golly, this is still another all-time high. So these are companies that we love. I love Tencent ever since I took a sight of it since 2008, to be honest. But even at 2018, 2019, you always have winners, and winners will win. So I'm happy for the strength of Tencent. I'm happy for everyone winning on these great companies. And if I may add, I think that this is a good article. What article was that? I shared it. It came from a friend, Adventures. Okay, so like yesterday, I mean, these are strong IPOs last year, 2018. These are like simply 300% up already. I think Datadog started somewhere about 30. Now it's about nearing 100. Livong was na about 20. Fastly was about 20. Or 11, something like that. So really, you could see that I just want you to know that if you want to make money, number one, remember these things. Mindset of a winner is when you have a goat, when you have when you have a Kobe Bryant or a greatest of all time in your portfolio, it's so stupid for you to sell. Just because you're 100% up doesn't mean that you're selling. You take a look at how great winners win. Netflix is what, $500? I can, people have held their Netflix from $3. Now it's $500. Who's to say that it's not gonna go 1,000 when your India is less than 1% penetration rate? You've got 14 million people subscribing in Netflix India, and you've got 1.4 billion people. My watch list is teeming with a lot of games. Of course, you've got Kings of Cloud, Fastly, Alibaba is up 9%. Of course, China is doing well. And people are seeing that maybe they're underinvested in China. They kept on listening to this U.S.-Chinese tension when it wasn't related to fundamentals. So take a look what happened to some China picks, China names. I mentioned this June 26th, some Momento picks that I was looking at. Vianet now from about 2017, now it's about 29. I was looking at it at about 22, 24, kept on rising. Alibaba, I think, will still rise to about $270. These are going to continue with strong tailwinds and secular wins. So I just wanted you guys to know that if somebody told you I'm late, well, to be honest, yes, you're late, but maybe you can check out on some IPOs, maybe BLCT, maybe check out 175HK. We gave this on our free Friday class. Boozy is now 337. Some of us bought at 275. We think it's gonna go 450 and 5. So you cannot replace hard work, guys. Yes, work and talent, it mixes, but opportunity and success is about hard work too. You've got all of these great names. You don't know how to execute. Well, we are here to help you if you want us. Again, I'm calling you out. We have awesome10x.com. Awesome10x.com is a company, that I built, co-founded. Of course, that's mostly me. I have some partners helping me out for the admin stuff. And we do these shows to educate you for free. But if you want to join our courses, please don't forget to go to our website, awesome10x.com, register bit.ly/global investing class. Come to our YouTube classes, and I'll be happy to help you, whether for free or you want to pay. For free, of course, I'm always just on Twitter. Just add me at Faces Trader. I am also in Spotify podcast. Listen to me at Faces Trader as well. And of course, this one, my YouTube channel. So thank you very much, and hope to make a lot of awesome 10x returns with you guys. Bye-bye.